If you're thinking about creating your very own e-commerce website and you're wondering if you should use WooCommerce or Shopify, then keep watching this video. What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to my YouTube channel where you get to learn everything on how to build, grow, and scale an online business. Now, more specifically, you can also find a lot of e-commerce and dropshipping video training right on my YouTube channel that you can indulge yourself and actually learn all the tips and strategies for you to make money with e-commerce. Now, in today's video, I wanted to actually give you a comparison between WooCommerce and Shopify, which a lot of people are thinking which one is the best one to use when it comes to creating an e-commerce platform. And more importantly, is there an alternative to Shopify? And in this video, I'm going to actually share with you the pros and cons of each so that you can make an informed decision on which platform you should choose. So with that, before we dive right in, please help me smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're gonna get notified right away. So with that being said, first thing first, what is WooCommerce? Well, WooCommerce is an alternative to Shopify. It's an open source platform that is built on WordPress. And a lot of people choose WooCommerce because they believe they are going to save money when it comes to building their e-commerce platform. But that is actually not true. And I'll explain more inside this video. So with that being said, I'm actually going to compare 5 things when it comes to WooCommerce and Shopify. And I'll give you my final verdict at the very end. So first thing first is hosting. When it comes to WooCommerce, you are hosting your website on WordPress. Now, with WordPress, you would actually need a hosting server in order for you to actually have WordPress installed. Now, given that perspective, your hosting will cost you anywhere from $10 on shared IP address and all the way to literally $50 a month just to host your WordPress website. Now, once you have your WordPress website, you still need to install what we call the SSL certificate, which is a must-have when you are advertising with both Facebook and Google to ensure that your website is fully secure. So not only do you need to actually invest into the monthly hosting of your WordPress sites that holds your WooCommerce platform, you also need to actually invest into an SSL certificate, which costs anywhere from $100 to $200 a year just to actually have the secured access right onto your website. Now, if we compare this to Shopify, listen, Shopify actually handles all the hosting and even the SSL certificate for you for just one low monthly fee of $29. So if we were just to compare the hosting, Shopify alone actually saves you money over WooCommerce. Now, why would people actually still choose WooCommerce? We'll go into number 2. Number 2 comparison is customization. When it comes to WooCommerce, because it is an open source platform, you can actually have the leisure to customize anything and everything that you want. In fact, the checkout page can also be fully customized. Unlike Shopify, when it comes to the checkout page, you need to invest into Shopify Plus, which is their highest tier monthly plan when it comes to Shopify, in order for you to customize your checkout. So given that perspective, yes, WooCommerce gives you a lot of ability to do customization, especially on the checkout, and Shopify doesn't. But at the same time, there are pros and cons with customizing the checkout. So when it comes to WooCommerce, because you get to actually customize a lot of things, if you are not an advanced or intermediate coder, or if you don't know much about CRO, which stands for Conversion Revenue Optimization, and if you're not able to actually know what you need to put in the checkout in order for you to have the highest conversion, you may actually be affecting the conversion rate on your checkout. Whereas with Shopify, it's basically a default design, where nowadays there are over 1.7 million active store owners right inside Shopify. Most people, especially consumers, would be really understanding and already have seen the checkout page of Shopify. Then at that point, they are going to be used to it and they have higher confidence to put in their credit card. But again, because of the limited capability on the checkout customization on Shopify, if you are an expert or if you're looking to increase your conversion rate, the only thing that you can do is essentially opt in into Shopify Plus and do so. However, as I said, this is more for intermediate store owners. If you're just starting out, I would still say Shopify is definitely a much better checkout experience. However, if you are a web designer or coder, then WooCommerce may be the right thing for you. Now, number 3 is simply payments. Now, with WooCommerce, you need to actually install what we call a payment gateway. So when it comes to the payment gateway, you can actually use Stripe, you can use Authorized.net, or any other gateways that allows you to accept credit card orders online. Now, the beauty about WooCommerce is that if you use anything such as Stripe, or Authorized.net or third-party gateway, you're not going to charge a fee for every single transaction. However, when it comes to Shopify, if you are using a payment gateway that is not Shopify payment, you are charged a X% for every single transaction. However, Shopify made it easy with their Shopify payments, with now over dozens of countries that is eligible for Shopify payment, which can eliminate all these additional fees. So the real question is, well, when it comes to payment, which one is better? Well, if you are eligible in the countries within Shopify payments, then by far Shopify is going to be the best idea and decision to make when it comes to payment. However, if you are from outside of the certain countries and Stripe is not even available for you, then probably WooCommerce would be better fit for you. But at the end of the day, if I were in your shoe and I'm starting out, I would actually just choose the Shopify route, only because even if I have to pay that additional transaction fee, I have a lot of things taken care of for me. And unless if I am doing thousands of orders a month, then that may be a significant difference. Now, comparison number 4 is support. Now, when it comes to WooCommerce, because it is an open source platform and WooCommerce is essentially free, you are off on your own. You will not have any technical support. You will not have any live support. You gotta basically figure out everything yourself. You gotta go to forums. You gotta basically know how to code in order for you to do the things that you want when it comes to WooCommerce. However, with Shopify, they actually have a 24/7 access of live chat support, or even get on a phone call with you to actually help you troubleshoot your website and go through things with you. However, there is a catch. When it comes to speaking to the live chat, or when it comes to speaking to a real person on the phone about your Shopify store, you have to use Shopify related themes and also apps. If it is not created by Shopify and is created by a third party, Shopify cannot obviously help you because it is outside of Shopify's scope. So when you first start out, it is recommended for you to actually choose a free theme from Shopify and use the apps within Shopify or created by Shopify if you are needing some troubleshooting work and going from there. And let me tell you, the live chat support is going to actually help you a lot, especially if you are a beginner. They will walk you through, guide you through on what you got to do in order for you to overcome whatever problems you have inside your Shopify account. However, with WooCommerce, you're off on your own. You got to figure out everything yourself, or simply you need to invest and find developers to obviously create all these for you. Now, Number 5, the last one is integrations. Now, when it comes to WooCommerce, there are a lot of apps that you can actually add into your store for free that's going to really help you. In fact, because WooCommerce is built on WordPress, the ranking on organic search is actually going to be a lot better than simply Shopify. But at the end of the day, because there are so many apps inside the WooCommerce integration or WordPress integration, the issue comes up. The fact that when it comes to finding these integrations and these additional apps being added into WooCommerce, there are no regulation or guidelines that these app owners need to actually follow. So at the end of the day, they're not all certified apps by developers that actually quality assured or quality control these apps. Some of the apps may actually affect your website and all in all. But when it comes to Shopify, you actually get to have the ability to add in a lot of apps and integrations that are approved by a team of developers inside Shopify. So you actually have the assurance that the app functions the way that it should and obviously up to standard. So given that perspective, the other thing is that when it comes to integration with suppliers, especially if you are into dropshipping, Shopify actually has a lot more vendors that created their own app to help you automate their store. Whereas WooCommerce, the selection is actually very few. Now, last but not least, one of the most important things that I would encourage you to stay away from WooCommerce is because of security breach. WordPress is known to be the easiest website to be hacked or to actually be installing malware into the website to actually affect other users. Whereas Shopify is fully protected by their security system. So with WordPress, there are more chances for your website to actually be down and you gotta fix it. With Shopify, even if there are any interruption, Shopify will be on top of it right away and get that fixed without you even needing to worry about it. So all in all, a lot of people think I should stay away from Shopify because it is expensive. You don't want that mindset because overall, it is a lot cheaper than WooCommerce and it eliminates a lot of guesswork and a lot of struggles when it comes and compares to WooCommerce as a whole. Now listen, my students actually done over $46 million all on Shopify. And I'm an advocate of Shopify because I used to use One Shopping Cart, which is a super old platform back in the day in 2008. When I make the move to go from One Shopping Cart all the way to Shopify, my sales instantly skyrocketed by 50% overnight. So again, I'm not just saying that, hey, you should use Shopify because I'm a Shopify partner. I'm telling you this based on my experience and also my student results as well. And if you're looking to actually start your Shopify store, listen, right in the video description right down below, there's a link for you to get a free trial. And also I have some amazing bonuses for you that are starting out your dropshipping business or even e-commerce business with your Shopify account. All information is down in the video link. So with that being said, yes, WooCommerce is an alternative. It looks like it is free, but it's not. It's actually more expensive and it will cost you more money than using Shopify. So my final verdict, Shopify is always going to be the platform that I would support and endorse because of these very reasons. So with that being said, listen, if you want to actually have more video trainings on how to actually build an e-commerce website to make money online, please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video, you're gonna get notified right away. Till next time.